ciudad. Otro caso muy similar: un marido encontró a su amigo y a su gran amor. En mitad de un beso se veía el exceso de lujuria y de pasión. Pues bien, sobre el muslo de aquella infiel se paseaba la mano cruel de la falsa amistad, y un testigo fue parte y juez en aquel juzgado, y con pistola en mano se negó a perdonar. Y un coro canta: ya ven, 1 y 1 es igual a 3. Si dos ya no se llevan bien, siempre habrá un tercero para complacer. Y al son que le toque en el corazón, bailará sin calcular cuánto llanto amargo va dejando atrás. Y vuelven a jugar a las escondidas la querida y el don Juan. Ya ven, 1 y 1 es igual a 3. Si dos ya no se llevan bien, siempre habrá un tercero para complacer. Y al son que le toque en el corazón, bailará sin calcular cuánto llanto amargo va dejando atrás. Ya ven, 1 y 1 es igual a 3. Si dos ya no se llevan, no se llevan bien, para complacer. Y al son que le toque en el corazón, bailará sin calcular cuánto llanto amargo va dejando atrás.
is in quite a jam this week, and All My Children, furious with David for letting Ryan nearly die. She's ready to end that marriage, but David won't allow that. He tells Greenlee if she tries to end things, he'll provide evidence that she was responsible for Erica's plane crash, meaning a nice, long prison sentence. What's Greenlee to do? What makes things about 90 times worse is that Ryan is being such a great guy. Despite being in the hospital, his concern is Greenlee and making sure she ends things with David. Except given the blackmail situation, she sort of can't. How much, if anything, will Greenlee tell Ryan? After all, exposing David's blackmail leverage exposes that she knew, yes, after the fact, that he was responsible for Erica's crash. Across town, Angie learns the medication to restore her vision is working, and she's pregnant. And now comes the bad news. To continue the medication will harm her unborn child, so she has a choice to make, the baby or her eyesight. Meanwhile, Damon tells Tad about Liza's attempted seduction of him, but it seemingly falls on deaf ears. Hurt and angry, Damon leaves town, and then Liza confirms Damon was telling the truth. She did set up a pseudo-seduction to keep him away from Colby. Tad's furious with Liza, but more worried about Damon. He can't find him, and as Liza privately knows, Damon's not taking his medication. She's switched them with placebos. Eesh. All this plus Colby loses her virginity, Caleb finds a friend in Bianca, and Annie tries to mend fences with Marissa, because that's gonna work so well. This week on One Life to Live, Eli is starting to feel the heat as Landview's finest, or at least John, Rex, and Kelly are closing in on finding him out. Lucky for Eli, he seems to be good at multitasking because he's also got to make sure Hannah doesn't decide to come clean too. This week she approaches Ford about teaming up to expose their shared enemy. She also wants to tell the truth to Cole. How is Eli supposed to keep her in line? How about a bottle of pills? As for everybody's favorite pregnant sisters, Jessica and Natalie have very different experiences this week. While Jess may have her secrets, she's still got Brody, and he wants to marry her. Natalie is still struggling in silence, though, and she doesn't want to tell John she's pregnant. In fact, she might not want to be pregnant anymore at all. Meanwhile, Taya takes the family, that's Todd, Danielle, and Nate, on a trip to New York City. It's gonna be bittersweet to see Taya start making her way down her bucket list, but the mother-daughter bonding with Danny is bound to be memorable. All this plus Inez unburdens herself of her secrets and tells someone she's the Ford brothers' mom. So which Len Vapuddlian gets the scoop of the year, huh? This week on General Hospital, Jason gets arrested for the murder of Franco, which means it's back to prison for our pal Stone Cold. Man, that shuttle to Pentonville has really logged a lot of miles lately, yeah? Anyway, Dante's supposed to haul him back to jail, but Jason isn't really interested in going quietly. It's the showdown we've been waiting for, you guys. Jason versus Dante. Braun versus Braun. Of course, now that it looks like Jason has sent Franco to the big art installation in the sky, a more frightening question remains for Elizabeth and Nicholas. Where has he taken their baby? Lucky's on the case, which is also kind of weird, right? Tracking down the baby he doesn't really know is his. If only Franco were around to tell us if that counts as irony. Meanwhile, the aftermath of the shooting at General Hospital has everybody scrambling. Mac's life still hangs in the balance for one thing, and Maxie is left to hope her makeout partner Matt can save his life. And if you thought Michael and Christina were a couple of mix-up kids before the shooting, it's not getting any better from here on out. All this plus Lisa steps up her game in trying to seduce and/or torment Patrick. Claire ups the bad idea ante by suggesting Sunny get her pregnant, and guess which two characters end up kissing for the first time?